There is a common thread that connects doulas of Rhode Island.
We may come from different backgrounds,
have trained with different organizations,
and have different styles and personalities.
We all have different stories or reasons for becoming a doula.
Some of us had doulas for our own births.
Some of us are not mothers.
Some of us had the birth we had hoped for.
And some of us did not.
Whatever our individual reasons for becoming a doula, at the core, we are united in our mission.
As doulas, we are grounded in the tradition of providing a community of support and knowledge that adapts to the needs of each unique family.
This is the doula spirit.
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 The doula's role is just to make you comfortable and make sure that you're understanding what's going on. And that's, you know, the person that's dedicated to doing that and that alone. Every time I felt like I was getting to a wall where I couldn't go any farther, she helped me figure out the change that I needed to get to that next stage.
Having the whole process go naturally, calm, smooth, all of that, and the childbirth education with the doula, I think that was the payoff, was that the bond happened right away. Nursing came very easily, and we were off to a great start.
As we started to get closer, I think we talked about it and we're like, maybe we do really need someone, let's interview some more people. And then as we went through that process, we found someone that was a really perfect match for us. It worked out great, you know, leading up to it, during the birth, everything. She was absolutely amazing, and I don't know what we would have done without her, so it was really good.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I was skeptical of everything, and I was probably skeptical of having the doula there right up until the day. The doula, I thought, was, you know, my wife wanted it. But once labor started, I didn't know what I was doing. Having somebody there to sort of give me a clue, you know, give her some water, give her some ice, because honestly, if you've never done this before, and once you get in the room with the doctors and the nurses and your wife's in labor, having somebody there to sort of buffer that and tell you, do this, do that, it's okay, calm down, take care of her. So it's really, really a lot more helpful than you would ever imagine. And I would have one again. If we have another child, I'll have one again. It's not even a question. It just makes it easier.
I really wanted to reduce my chances of a C-section, of episiotomy, of tearing, and the more women I talked to that had done natural childbirth, had done it with a doula, and I just figured that if I was going to avoid or reduce my chances of a C-section, then I was going to do it with a doula. I figured that if I started to get anxious, that would lead me down the road I didn't want, and so really our doula just helped us stay focused and stay calm.
Yeah, it's just moral support, physical support, just things like giving me like chapstick and water and just being there and like whispering in my ear, and it was just like a whole other level of support that I would have never really known that I was gonna need. And Chris was wonderful, of course, but with the birth that we had, like I definitely needed an extra person there. In the end, my labor didn't go as I had planned. I did end up with a C-section, but I still felt as though I was in control of the process, and my doulas helped me filter out all the craziness that was going on and make decisions so that I felt like my birth didn't happen to me, but you know, I actually was in control the whole time. I felt like having the support of a doula helped me make decisions in those first few weeks that sort of set me up to be the kind of mom that I wanted to be.
This was our first child and our first experience with a postpartum doula, but we would strongly recommend it to anyone. She came prepared with all of the current information and guidance to really help us through this very highly transitional stage in our lives. My doula was also extremely helpful in really helping us figure out how to, become parents and adapt to this new person in our world. So, everything from organization to, arranging our changing table, our diaper bags, bathing her, figuring out, routine for our days, ways to soothe the baby when she was fussy. Were all super helpful.
Just helping with things like breastfeeding and sort of basic questions that I had because I'm a first-time mom, so there were a lot of things I just didn't know that my doula helped with.
Just having our doula helped me get through the day. I always look forward to having her come. She took excellent care not only of the baby but of me, and very, very professional, very resourceful, and it was just a great relief knowing that somebody was going to come who was knowledgeable and a great person who fit right into our family. Every baby's different, and so there are definitely issues with my second baby breastfeeding, whether it was like not latching on correctly or positioning. I remember there was a really hard time with that. Our doula really helped us just supporting breastfeeding. I was ready to give it up.
So another thing my doula helped with a lot was going back to work. I had to return when my daughter was only 8 weeks old, and so there were a lot of challenges, including figuring out just how to get out the door in the morning, as well as figuring out meals, and what the evening routine would be throughout the week. So that was immensely helpful.
We had the opportunity to sit with this person and learn about them and see that they really cared and they plugged in and they were passionate, and you can see that, and they invested themselves in the situation. So that's probably the thing that resonates the most.
Really having that third party that's a neutral person to come in and help you through the process and let you make your own decisions in a non-emotional way is a really wonderful, wonderful thing.
It really gave me the time to bond with our second daughter while my first daughter was at school, and that is the most precious gift.
So if there were a woman who's considering hiring a doula but isn't sure, I would say it's probably in the whole birth, getting ready for the baby, it's probably the best money that you will spend.
My husband would say that he would do it again in a heartbeat because he felt like it really helped me take care of me and get through this process a lot easier.
I don't think we would have been able to have the birth that we did without our doula. And so we just interviewed a bunch of people, and I had been reading about it, and I saw a lot of people say, if you only do one thing, hire a doula. And so I took that advice.